No. Percy refused. He crossed his arms and glared at his friends. I'm not doing it. Come on, Percy, Grover pleaded. Connor, Travis, and I are doing it, so you have to too. Yeah, Connor butted in. You said you would be in our Halloween group, so you have to dress up in the same theme we do. That was before I knew what it was. Percy argued. I am not doing it. I didn't want to have to do this, Travis began, but you owe me from when I took the blame when you started that fire at the community fair. Percy's expression changed from angry to mortified, and then to defeat. Okay, fine. I guess I'll do it then, Percy sighed. The other boys cheered. All right, we've got business to take care of now, Grover stated after he calmed down. I've got the costume names in this hat. Each of us picks one, then we take the respective costume bag. Luckily, we are all, more or less, the same size. As Grover talked, Percy couldn't help but think, I can't believe we're going as females for Halloween. Is everyone ready? Travis asked before opening the hat for name picking. What were the possible choices again? Percy questioned. Maid, nurse, secretary, or, if you're the unlucky one, Bimbo, informed Connor. Great, Percy mumbled. Okay everyone, pick a slip of paper, Travis announced, and everyone reached in for a piece of paper. I got secretary, Connor told the others, unfolding his slip. Maid, Grover read off his paper. He smiled, then said, that leaves Bimbo to either Percy or Travis. Percy crossed his fingers and chanted, no 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 no, as he opened his paper. He glanced at his chosen costume name. Holy flaming butt cheeks, are you kidding me? His friends broke into hysterical laughter. That leaves nurse to me then, identified Travis, still giggling at Percy's misfortune. Yeah, yuck it up, Percy fumed as he grabbed the bag matching his pick. He took a look inside, to see his outfit for Halloween night. He spotted a pair of 4-inch strappy heels, pink panties, a denim miniskirt, a bra. He didn't know how he, or any of the other boys, would pull that off, an extra tight pink top that would show off his stomach, and a blonde wig. He turned to his friends and declared, I hate you. More laughing. On Halloween, at 2 p.m., everyone returned to Grover's house. First, Grover decided, we should all get our costumes on. Percy, you can go first. Travis stifled down a laugh. Percy grumpily took his bag, and purposely whacked it into Travis' side on his way to the bathroom. One costume change later, Percy emerged from the bathroom. His friends were impressed. He actually looked kinda good. They had gotten him to shave his legs, and it made him look very feminine. Wow, Connor said, staring at the new version of his friend. You look very bimbo-ish, if that's a word. It's not, corrected Percy. He walked a little further and stood in front of the full-length mirror they had set up. He really did look good. I guess I'll go next. Percy, you sit over there and work on your girl voice and name, instructed Grover. Percy proceeded to the edge of the bed located in the corner, and began practicing sounding like a girl. He was soon joined by Grover, in his maid's costume, then Travis, then Connor, each in their respective costume. I think we've got it, exclaimed Connor, in his higher-pitched female voice. It was true, after just an hour of practicing, they had all nailed their girl voices perfectly. Great! Next up, we need to pick our girl names, Grover informed. I'm picking Juniper. I've always found that name exotic and exciting. I've decided on Silena, said Travis. I'm going to use Clarice, Connor told the boys. Everyone turned to Percy. I've given this a lot of thought, Percy began, and I have chosen the name Annabeth. So, we've got Juniper the maid, Silena the nurse, Clarice the secretary, and Annabeth the bimbo. For those of you who know the reference, I know Annabeth the bimbo doesn't make sense, Travis pointed out. Yup, but there is one last thing we need to do, Grover declared. He held up his mom's makeup kit. Oh no, Percy backed up. Oh yes, confirmed Grover. I feel like an idiot, Percy stated as he walked down the sidewalk. Oh, lighten up, Percy. It's just one night. Halloween night, Travis explained. You don't hear us complaining, pointed out Grover. Percy pointed to Grover, Connor, and Travis and said, yeah, but you're a maid, you're a secretary, and you're a nurse. That was a good point, mumbled Connor. It's not like anyone can tell. It's too dark for anyone to notice that we're guys, Grover countered. Percy opened his mouth to respond, but had to close it in defeat. You shouldn't worry. You look fantastic, Travis shouted, pointing to Percy. Yeah, I'd date you, Connor said before realizing how creepy it sounded. Awkward, Grover sang, as he resumed walking down the sidewalk, his friends following. Hey, have you noticed how the houses with dudes serving the candy seem to give us more? Travis questioned the others. Let's hope these costumes aren't too convincing. Percy giggled, causing the others to erupt with laughter. Percy was starting to feel more at ease. None of the people at the houses had said anything about them or their costumes. The laughter was halted by Grover screaming, I wouldn't be angry if our costumes were convincing right now. The others looked at him quizzically, and he pointed down the road. The other boys gasped. It was Rachel and Talia, two girls from school. Rachel was dressed as a doctor, while Talia was a cheerleader. For those of you who know the reference, I know those costumes don't match those people. Cheerleader! Why couldn't you have done that instead of Bimbo? Percy wailed, but no answer came, because the girls had come within earshot. Hey girls, what's up? Talia asked once they came close. Nothing. We're just hitting up some houses for candy, Grover stammered in his female voice. Same. You get anything good? Rachel questioned. Percy took a look in his bag. I got a Hershey bar, a pack of sour Skittles, 2 Starburst packages, and a king-size Kit Kat bar. The girls widened their eyes in shock. That's a crazy haul. Mind if we join you guys? Inquired Talia. Guys? Why would you say guys? We aren't guys, right girls? Travis panicked. Sorry, she's a little crazy, Grover covered Travis' freak out. We'd love to have you along. Percy shot him a look that asked if that was a good idea. But it was too late. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Rachel cheered. She and Talia started down the sidewalk, and the 4 boys followed, one of them receiving punches to the arm by the others. The boys had been walking with Talia and Rachel for an hour, getting candy along the way. They walked up to a house, rang the doorbell, and waited for the door to open. Once it did, they all shouted trick or treat. Percy was taken by surprise at who answered the door. It was Mr. Brenner, the Latin teacher. Percy was tempted to say hi, but realized he couldn't, because Mr. Brenner wouldn't know who he or the other boys were while they were in costume, and would risk revealing them to Talia and Rachel. Hey Mr. Brenner! Talia and Rachel greeted. How many times do I have to tell you to call me by my first name? Chiron, did that give the reference away to any of you, Mr. BR? Chiron told them. He glanced over and saw Percy and the others. Who do we have here? Percy spoke up. I'm Annabeth. He pointed to himself, then to Grover, then Connor, then Travis, and this is Juniper, Clarice, and Silena. Well, it's nice to meet you girls, smiled Chiron. He turned to grab a bowl of candy. He filled Talia's and Rachel's bags. They waved goodbye to Chiron and headed down toward the street. He then put candy into Grover's, Connor's, and Travis' bags. They also proceeded away. Last was Percy. After candy was given, Percy began to walk away. Before he left, Chiron said, "Have a nice night, Percy." Percy stopped, in shock, and turned to face Chiron, but the door was already closed. Later on, Percy was able to pull the boys back to talk. Chiron recognized me. He must have known about you guys too. Percy informed the others. This is bad. We have to make sure no one else figures us out. This was a fun idea and all, but if we get discovered, we'd be the laughingstock of school, added Grover. Chiron is a teacher though. I doubt he would tell, Connor mentioned. We, on the other hand, aren't teachers, a voice called out. The boys did a 180 to see Talia and Rachel staring at them. Percy looked them in the eye and asked, "How long have you known?" It actually took us a while, Rachel admitted. When we first saw you, we thought you were regular girls dressed up in costumes, but Talia thought there was something familiar about your faces. Eventually, she figured it out, then told me. Percy, Grover, Connor, and Travis, right? Talia questioned, making sure she had the people correct. They nodded. She turned to Percy and began to giggle. So, what bet did you lose to have to wear that? Percy stiffened. Picked out of a hat. Hey, just to be clear, you aren't going to tell anyone, are you? Connor questioned. The others joined his stare at the girls. We won't tell, Talia assured the boys. Yeah, we're cool, Rachel agreed. The boys all let out a simultaneous sigh of relief. Rachel laughed. Now come on girls, we still have time to hit a few houses. At 10 p.m., the group ended their trick-or-treating session. They all gathered in front of Grover's house. Well, it's been a fun night, Talia said, breaking the silence. You got that right, girlfriend. Travis chimed. Everyone cracked up. Rachel doubled over in hysterics. After calming down, Percy spoke, we should probably get inside. The others nodded. You should call us sometime, Talia suggested, scrawling hers and Rachel's numbers onto a piece of paper. Grover took it, and they programmed the numbers into their phones. We should do this again next year. Maybe we can be the guys, and you can be the girls. Rachel laughed at the latter of her sentences. All right, we're gonna hold that to you guys for next year, Travis smiled. Rachel's eyes widened. No, I didn't mean. Percy grinned. Whoops, too late. The two girls walked away. Nice going, Percy overheard Talia, who obviously wasn't thrilled at the prospect. He saw her punch Rachel in the arm. He turned around and headed to Grover's front door to join his other friends. Next year is going to be fun, Percy noted as he closed the front door behind him.